Episode 34. Thank you all for listening to Episode 33, Urban, Your Day Has Come. I am Gary here with my co-host,
Bear,
and
Jake
from State Farm.
yes.
And I am wearing khakis, by the way.
Yes, you are.
Actually, you're wearing no pants. I'm looking right now. It's kind of weird.
Why are you looking?
Why not?
Because we know you woke up here. When I came out here, you were already here sleeping. I don't understand it for a Saturday morning. How'd you get here? What'd you do?
I had a few too many Miller Lights last night down the road. Couldn't drive myself home.
So you stay at my ex-wife's house?
Yeah, so I just walked down the road, came and
I'm sure you came.
It wouldn't be the first time I slept at your house.
Yeah, this is true. You were when I had my house in Rossford before I moved out to Waterville. You were the last person to sleep in my house with me. On the floor, packed it up, got left.
Yeah, that was a long couple days.
Yes, it was. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music, and give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Call him 704-5471, 419 of course. They serve Toledo and the surrounding area and not
Anchorage, Alaska.
Nice. I like that you're giving specific cities.
Yeah, I'm changing it up now.
I like this. Thank you to Verizon, true technology business partner who helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future, we build it. Go to their website, get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thank you to PNC. Visit Cassandra at PNC who will help you with your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's there to help. Give her a call, 419-877-0634. And also thank you to Ben Meyer at Charlie's Dodge. The three gentlemen here all drive Dodge Rams. So thank you, Ben. Give them a call, 419-893-0241, or walk in and see if you can meet with Ben. And then, of course, last but not least, the original, the primary, All Wear Clothing. Thank you, Brandon, for all you do.
The OG.
OG. All right. Right into Justin on the Twitter. So we said on Wednesday that we are going to cover the other four cities, and we're going to name them. Let's start with St. Louis. They're going to be playing at the Dome at America Center, which is where the Rams used to play.
Give me the St. Louis... hold on, wait. I was trying to think of a Nelly song, and I lost it.
Lunatics.
No, I don't like that.
It makes sense because the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose, the St. Louis Lunatic.
Yeah, but he's from Cincinnati, though.
Yeah, but with the Nelly, you just said it.
Give me the St. Louis, It's Hot in Hers.
St. Louis Country Grammar.
I like that. That's a good one, too.
Do, hot shit.
St. Louis, E-I-E-I-O.
St. Louis number ones. Air Force Ones.
That's probably what they'd be wearing.
Yeah. Jake.
I'm going to go St. Louis Starboys.
Sounds kind of gay.
Only if you take it that way.
I don't. I know you do. Seattle.
Oh, boy.
CenturyLink Field. Seattle? Who do we have?
Give me Seattle. Oh, man, that's a tough one. The Seattle Stunners. How about that?
Dude, that is beautiful. I like that one.
I got the Seattle Suckers.
Yeah, that works.
I'm going to go with the Seattle Super Kicks.
Okay, I like that one too. Very good.
Dallas. Global Life Park is where they're playing.
Give me the Dallas Demolition. WWE
nice.
tag team right there.
Let's go Dallas Destroyers.
Also a good one. Dallas DDTs.
Oh, Dallas DDPs.
Nice.
Dallas DDP Yogas.
Dallas Yoga. Yeah, it could be Diamond Dallas Pages.
That could work too. I like that.
The Dallas Pages. This is what it could be.
Yeah.
All right, Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium.
Give me the Tampa Bay two-step.
Nice.
Good one. Let's go Tampa. I don't know. You go. I want to think.
I was going to say the Tampa Bay Billy Goats, but just go with Goats because I'm thinking of Daniel Bryan. Or the Tampa Bay Woo!
You know, that's where Gerald Briscoe and his brother do their,
Bay
their body shop. So the Tampa Bay Briscoe's Body Shop.
Or the Tampa Bay Briscoe brothers.
I like that too.
Jake,
let's go Tampa Bay Tarantulas.
All right.
It's fair.
I like it. Taking a different approach to it. Did either one of you happen to watch Raw?
No.
Come on.
I figured you might. Come on, dude. I figured you would.
Well, I need your WWE stuff. I just downloaded it so I can start watching it.
Yes, you will be able to. So Ronda Rousey continued her feud with Nia Jax. Riot Squad came out, kind of beat up Natalya, and then Tamina and Nia beat up Ronda, so they kind of just beat them all up. Later on, Ronda and Ember Moon, because she had to get a new partner, so she got Ember. They beat Nia Jax and Tamina via submission. Decent match, not too bad. Drew McIntyre finally turned on Dolph, so Dolph kind of did a turned face, so to speak, and Dolph got the pin. This is the first time I've seen Drew get pinned for a loss.
Really?
And Finn kind of played a part in that, but he beat him legit. And it was pretty interesting. So after that, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins did their normal thing that they do every week, kind of get into it. I hate the name, but the Boss and Hug Connection, so that's Bayley and Sasha.
Yeah, that is an odd name. I don't like that.
Yeah, because the hugs with Bayley and the Boss, obviously.
That's like something I would have came up with on the fly.
Right, because, Alexa is now she controls the women's roster for Baron Corbin. So she made this match, and they beat Mickie James and Alicia Fox via pinfall. Sasha did a backstabber into a Bayley to belly suplex on Mickie for the win. Lucha House Party, your buddies. So I don't know if you've ever seen this. So Lucha House Party, they come out, and one of them was supposed to go one-on-one with Scott Dawson. Mm-hmm. And they said, and this match is Lucha House Party rules, which means all three of them are able to partake in the match, which they are fun to watch when it's all three of them. And Dash Wilder wasn't allowed to be in this match.
Okay.
And then they beat Wilder. They knocked him off the apron, and then Kalisto hit a springboard flip onto the floor to take him out. And then Kalisto then hit the Salida del Sol, excuse my Spanish, on Dawson. And then Grand Metalik added a senton off the top rope for the win. So,
okay. Interesting.
Simple thing. Elias got his revenge on Bobby Lashley. It was great. Like, he just basically throws him into, like, on the top of the ramp, threw him into the LED.
Uh-huh.
And then, what the hell is his little schmuck's name? Leo Rush. So he like runs away, and then here comes Finn, throws Leo Rush back in onto the I don't want to say the stairs, the ramp.
Okay.
And then Elias just comes and blasts him with his guitar.
Jeez.
It was fantastic. And you got to go back and look at this stuff. So I kind of like what they're doing with Elias, but still, I just hate how Raw is going. It was better this week, but still garbage. AOP and Drake Maverick beat Bobby Roode and Chad Gable via pinfall in a handicap match. Heath Slater and Rhino fought. Corbin said whoever loses this match is fired. So, quick match. Heath Slater won. Goes back, talks about everything. He's like, oh, you still have a job here. Hands him a referee shirt. So, apparently Heath Slater's going to be a referee. So he got demoted. And then Finn Balor beat Jinder Mahal via pinfall. But then Balor at the end was brutally attacked by McIntyre and thrown onto a pile of empty kegs.
That's good they didn't waste beer there. I'm happy it was empty.
So, just from hearing that, because you haven't watched, how would you rate that show?
Negative a lot.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I mean, still with all the injuries and everything you got, yeah, it kind of sucks. But it doesn't sound very interesting. I'm sorry. No thanks.
What do you think, Jake?
I don't really know much about it, so
It's gibberish, Jake.
Yeah, it's gibberish. It's like Spanish. Like, I failed that 3 times, so I'm gonna agree with Bear.
Who's your Spanish teacher?
I had Richie once, and I had Zoller. Zoller failed me by 1 point. Just saying.
Okay.
Didn't fail me. You know how you get a C to get to the next Spanish 2?
Uh-huh.
I got it was less than a point, and she wouldn't round it up.
So what you're saying is you couldn't complete Spanish bingo?
No, I couldn't.
Okay.
Even, never mind.
Senor-
I'm not going to get into what I tried one year.
Senor
Oh, I wanna hear
Zola
it.
was my
Let's-
favorite.
Let's hear it. Doesn't matter now. You're long gone.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not in high school anymore. All right, so I remember one year Spanish. It was with Richie. I was like right on the cusp, and I had the whole exam. I had pictures on my phone. I had the whole thing on my phone, and I still failed it.
I wish Shiv was here.
I'll tell Shiv next week. Don't worry.
That's okay. You know Juan, obviously, Gary.
Juan. Oh yeah.
His and I don't want to say his last name. His little brother graduated with me, and they are
He has a brother.
yeah.
Huh.
He has like a lot of older siblings and whatnot, but he's got a younger brother who graduated with
Oh
me.
wait, I know who was it. Yeah, I've met his younger brother.
Yeah,
Idiot.
so Mexican, right? Spanish.
Yes.
They know the Spanish language. Literally grow up in a family where their parents speak 90% Spanish, okay? He failed Spanish 1.
Who did?
Juan's little brother. I always made fun of him about that. He got like, okay, he didn't fail, but he had like a D+.
What's
In Spanish
What's his
1.
name? The brother.
Oh, Carlos. Yeah.
Just knowing the last
Spanish
name.
1.
Was that his name in Spanish?
I don't remember what it was.
What was your name in Spanish?
Rafael.
You'll like mine. What was yours?
Federico.
Jorge.
Shocker.
Yeah.
So Zoller would call
Surprising.
me hey whore. So I was like, okay,
All right,
whatever.
You wish.
I will be clear on this. I didn't fail Spanish. I got a passing grade. I just did not get a good enough grade to go to the next Spanish class. So I did not fail it, just to clear the air.
Okay,
on
so
that.
you and Carlos are in the same boat. So
yeah,
you're just
but
as good as a person who speaks
He
Spanish.
should have gotten an advantage if he grew up in a Spanish-speaking
By the way,
household.
we
Yes,
started.
I agree.
I was thinking about this. So do you know who this is? Bear?
Taz?
Not Bear. Jake.
Big bald dude.
You know who he reminds me of now? If you had to think a superstar now, and I didn't realize this till he was walking out.
Smaller version of The Rock.
No, take clothes off and put some shorts on him. Make him fatter.
Samoa Joe?
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about that.
Eh.
And then I love the right to censor. The Good Father, Jacqueline, the puppies, and JBL,
Yeah, as Bradshaw.
Bradshaw,
With the black hair, long black hair.
and the GOAT. Yeah, he was solid. All right, so talking a little bit about SmackDown. So we finally see Daniel Bryan really go with this heel turn. He becomes vicious more. He does Miz TV with Miz, and he talks about all this shit and talks about how the old Daniel Bryan's dead. Rips the plates off his belt, the yes plates, and just is done with it. AJ comes out, tries to attack him, gets him for a minute, and then eventually the Miz gets the skull-crushing finale on him, and then Daniel Bryan gets away. It was interesting. I like the Styles and Daniel Bryan feud. I don't know how long it lasts. I think eventually it's going to probably be Miz and Bryan like it used to be. I hope Miz gets the title off of Bryan.
You think Miz is going to go face, though?
They're slowly tweaking it that way. And he can go either way, but he is one of their top heels. But on SmackDown, you've got Samoa Joe, who is your top heel. But
Yeah.
they're doing so many heel turns right now. It's like, well, how many damn heels you need?
True.
And I think I thought about this because I was like, who does Undertaker fight at WrestleMania? Because he's going to fight. Of course, people talk Michaels, this, that, and this, and the other.
Hopefully nobody.
I do hope the only person I think that could help him and make him look good is AJ Styles. Because AJ Styles can take these bumps. He can make him look good. AJ deserves that match because he deserves to, because The Undertaker at WrestleMania, no matter what, if he can't walk or he's doing this, it's still going to be a big deal at WrestleMania. And AJ, I think, could make it look good. After that, I think you need to be done.
Yeah, I think he should be done now. He should
I
have been done
agree.
last year. No thanks. I don't want to see it happen again, but so be it.
All right, and so AJ did beat The Miz via submission in a match later on. So Bryan came out. Daniel Bryan was out to do commentary. He's okay. He helped Miz. He tried to help Miz win, but Styles got the victory with the calf crusher. Like I said, it was via submission. I don't know. I mean, Bryan, he attacked Styles, so kind of. How do you feel about Daniel Bryan as a heel?
Well, I don't like Daniel Bryan as a face. I don't like Daniel Bryan as a wrestler. So I probably wouldn't like him as a heel. That's just being being honest. To be honest with you, ever since he turned heel, I haven't seen him, so I don't know.
Yeah, he made the so he kept stomping on AJ Styles' face, and he eventually left the ring and made the announcer call him the new Daniel Bryan.
Ugh, I don't like
Kinda
that
cheesy.
either. Maybe he'll go with a no chant.
And,
No.
Well,
no.
he kept calling the fans fickle.
Like Luke
Ray Finkel.
Finkel.
No, but he called him fickle.
That was Einhorn.
And then he just kept beating up Styles afterwards, so it was just, it was what it was. I don't know if you've heard this, so we're going to do TLC next week. We're going to do our picks for that. So the match now, because I think they don't want to have...
Is it next week?
Yeah, it's next Sunday.
Next Sunday? Okay.
It's going to be interesting. So we got, 8 days, so we're going to pick this next Saturday. It'll be interesting because you're going to have Charlotte and Becky and Asuka all fighting a match for the title. I would not be surprised because I don't know what they're going to do with Ronda. I don't know if they're trying to put Charlotte towards that or Becky or both. And it'll be interesting. I have no idea what they're going to do for Mania. So it's like I wouldn't be shocked if Asuka wins the title. Just because it protects both Charlotte and Becky. You have her get the title. They just beat the shit out of each other. Give Asuka the title. Whatever. Call it a day.
Okay.
But we'll see, because you don't want Becky to lose. You don't want Charlotte to lose. But if they lose because they're fighting each other, they're both heels now, by the way, and they kind of played that off, And Charlotte beat the shit out of Ronda, and it was like, well, they just did this with Becky. Now they're going to do it with Charlotte. So now what the hell do you do? Now you're in a predicament because now they're getting cheered on, and Ronda was getting booed as the face. So interesting to see. I don't know.
I don't think Becky loses the title, to be honest with you. I just don't see it.
Yeah,
She's going to hold it for a while. Through the Rumble, at least.
But then, when does she lose it? Or who does she fight? Is it Charlotte? Who goes to
I don't
Raw?
know. As much as the fans love her right now, they're probably just going to let her run with it.
See, this is why I see her losing. Because they're going to have a Royal Rumble for the women. And I see her winning because she's not on Raw. Her or Charlotte winning the Rumble.
It'll probably be Rousey.
Rousey's the champ. That's what I'm saying. At the Rumble, I could see Becky losing the title, dropping it to Asuka, or Charlotte, whatever. Either way, I think Charlotte or Becky Lynch wins the Rumble. If they're smart, they know Becky is way over right now. Let her lose the title. Let her win the Rumble. Obviously, she's going to pick to fight Ronda at WrestleMania. But I don't know. It could. And then how does Charlotte get in? Because Charlotte, I think you have a triple threat come WrestleMania at that point. Let that be the main event.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we've got some time yet. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose beat Charlotte and Asuka via pinfall later on. Not much else happened here. I mean, the Jey Uso beat Cesaro via pinfall, and Xavier Woods. It was a triple threat match. Because they're having a triple threat match for the tag titles at TLC. So, obviously, you're going to have Jimmy and Jey Uso, and you're going to have Cesaro and Sheamus, and then New Day.
Yep.
Eventually, I think the New Day. They talk about New Day might go heel, but why would you mess with that when they're just so good as faces?
Yeah,
but they're good heels too.
They're good anywhere. You can put them anywhere, and they're gonna.
And then
be entertaining.
The match we've seen 1,000 times. Randy Orton beat Jeff Hardy.
Still? They're still
beat
on
him with
that?
an RKO.
Oh my god!
Thanks to the distraction from Samoa Joe and the Titantron. So he was at a bar, and you'll like this, and I'm going to read this to you. He was at a bar, lectured Hardy about the dangers of alcohol, oh my gosh. Of alcohol excess both before and after the match as they continue to run with Joe playing into Hardy's past substance abuse struggles for the new feud.
Jesus.
So now Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe. I don't understand it. What do you keep Mysterio and Orton? None of this makes sense.
I don't know.
Unless they're
That's why
trying
I
to
don't watch
eventually
it.
set up Orton and Samoa Joe. I'm okay with that. That'd be fun. But it's like, I don't know. It's just too much.
Yeah, like you said, it's hard when you're not watching it to understand exactly all what's going on. So,
Yep.
we'll see.
And we're going to get back to WrestleMania 17 here in a bit. We're going to go right into the Jason debate. So, Ryan, if you were Vince and Brandon was Bruce, how would the conversation sound of you telling Brandon to get back to work?
Ooh, I thought about this when I saw Jason put this through. So I'm Vince McMahon. I'm Vince McMahon. God damn it. Brandon's Bruce. How would the conversation sound of you telling Brandon to get back to work? Well, Brandon doesn't work much anyways, so it would be hard to do that. Tell him.
Hold on. I can be Brandon.
God damn it, pal. Stop fiddling around with your phone. Get back to work. Damn it.
Yeah, I can pretty much see that. What work?
Oh, God. Damn it. Pronouns, pal. Pronouns, I tell you. Get some goddamn creative going. Let's go. Let's make Raw and Smackdown not suck like it has for the last 2 years.
It sucks worse now.
That's why-
Vince calling everything without Bruce.
That's why Brandon needs to get back to work.
Yep, I agree. Jake, you got anything for that?
Get your ass off your couch and get the F to work, or your ass is canned.
I like it.
That works. All right, follow up to the dream job. His would be, I love this, costume designer because he's married to Sasha. Same topic. Ryan, he likes your partial answer of heel announcer. Question to that: would your chair need to be higher than the other announcers?
I would not need to be the Tony Schiavone of WCW. I don't care how
Can
high
you
my
explain
chair
this
is.
to Jake?
So in another podcast we listened to, the WCW announcer Tony Schiavone. He's been doing it forever. So if you start watching Gary's Network and you watch old WCW Nitros from like the 70s and whatnot, you'll see him. He's the guy that always sits in the middle, but he always has his chair higher than the 2 other people or 3 other people that are around him or whatever, because he wants to be like the dominant one because he's shorter than everybody else. So he has to keep his chair higher.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, short people always have to try to be the...
Do you think his feet touch the floor?
Oh,
I can just see him dangling them.
So, next, Jason was telling a coworker about OTL Sports Podcast Wrestling Edition, which, by the way, I like that name. He said he would be more invested in listening if he could have a visual of the cast and their setup. He went on to suggest that we have a Facebook Live podcast to be introduced to the audience. Long story short, any plans of a Facebook Live or a YouTube episode? We looked at YouTube. We can create an account with it. Maybe sometime. I don't know. We got to get the room more decorated here and get that going, and then might be able to do a Facebook Live. We could probably just put something up there and have it record the whole time. I think that'd be fine.
The real question is, do they really want to see Brandon's face?
Well,
If he's here.
they can see him on a phone.
Any of our faces.
Yeah, but it would be fun. I think Facebook Live would be hard to do. We could do it, but I think we record it, and probably our best bet's going to be the YouTube channel.
Yeah, probably.
For obvious reasons. But the live, I mean, it would be okay. I don't know. We'll check it out. We'll probably try YouTube first, I think, as we get this stuff kind of decorated. Once Brandon returns, I think that would be the time that we really take the time to look at this. It's going to be after the holidays, and we know that, because it's just we're all so busy. We have so much going on.
Yep.
And, we want to get the room looking good. And once it does, yeah, I think we can do it.
Yeah, I have no problem going on a YouTube thing as long as you don't mind the prettiness that's coming from the side of the room.
Whatever.
Appreciate it.
You can be the pretty one.
Appreciate it.
Dude, do not shit your pants at the show. God.
not today.
All right.
That looked gross.
Travis
Looks like
Kelce.
you were really pushing that one
Didn't
out.
even come out. That's the sad part.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
That's dangerous.
Travis
Feel
Kelce.
bad for your vehicle.
I don't know if you saw this, Jake. Travis Kelce, when he scored a touchdown, handed out a Stone Cold Stunner this past Sunday during a touchdown celebration, which is awesome. Anyway, do you guys really think Marvin Lewis will receive a rock bottom from Cincinnati? Marvin is like the NWO for life. Jake, this.
All right, so everybody, for me being a Bengals fan, ever since I've known football, Marvin Lewis has been the head coach. I've never seen the Bengals with another head coach. I mean, he has done some good there. He has done a lot of bad. I think he needs to go, but do I think Mike Brown's going to fire him? Honestly, probably not. And I back that up. I think that's how it's going to go. I mean, everyone thinks he needs to be gone, but I don't think Mike Brown's going to get rid of him.
I think every year he should get fired, then something happens, like Andy Dalton gets injured, so they make an excuse for it. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think that he's going to get the quote-unquote rock bottom this year from Cincinnati, and I think the Bengals are going to move on from him at the end of the year. I can't see Marvin Lewis staying one more year, and if he does, he's got to have some sort of cheating. He saw Mike Brown cheating on like 6 different prostitutes with his wife or something, because he's got to have something if he can hold that job. There's no way someone keeps a job sucking for as long as he has.
Exactly, and don't get me wrong, I agree with you. He needs to go for the Bengals to have any chance of going anywhere in the playoffs.
He gets the rock bottom, then he gets the people's elbow from the fans and the crowd and everybody.
He's done it the last 5 years and kicked out every time.
But true, but I think this time he's done. But, knowing the Bengals, your new coach is going to be, right?
You better shut your face.
You better believe.
Yeah.
You better not believe. I don't want him.
That's going to happen.
That's what'll happen, man. So you just better get used to it.
Do I just need to pick a new team now? Is that what you're saying?
You can be a Dallas fan with us.
I'm not being a Dallas fan.
You can be a Lions fan with Brandon.
Not the Lions.
Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't pick a really good team. You got to pick someone who's like blah.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to stick with the Bengals.
There you go.
Do you have a secondary team that you pull for secretly?
Yeah, that's Tampa Bay. When I was younger, I was always a Tampa Bay fan. Just like when I was younger, I was a big Florida fan. When Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer were at Florida, I rooted for Florida and Ohio State.
But when they played, you wanted Ohio State.
Yeah,
of course.
I
hate
root
Florida.
I like my Ohio teams, but I root for my Florida teams.
The Browns.
Yeah.
I root for the Browns every week that they're not playing Dallas. So the only time I won't.
I root for the Browns too, especially now. Quietly, I root for the Steelers, except when they play Dallas. I hated the Steelers forever. Anytime they get to a Super Bowl, I still hope they lose. But because of ex-wife and girlfriend before that, current girlfriend, they're all Steelers fans, so I'm stuck. And then Grayson likes to watch Steelers, and they're fun. They are fun to watch. I love watching Antonio Brown. I loved watching Le'Veon Bell, but now it's Connor. So I'm kind of sucks that Bell's gone. We still think he goes to the Jets. I know this is a wrestling show, but
yeah, I'd say Jets.
What about the Chiefs now since Hunt's gone though?
ooh, I didn't even think about that. But you're gonna have to get Mahomes some money and Kelsey
And Hill.
But
Just you never know though. It'll be interesting. But back to wrestling.
I didn't even think about that, but that's a good one. Yes, perfect discussion with Jeremy. Gaining inspiration from WWE Network's Ride Along show. So, Jake, just to explain Ride Along, wrestlers, they ride together to the next city. They get in the car after the show, ride to the next city. So in Ride Along, you kind of see 2 or 3 or 4 people riding together and just BSing over stories, essentially. So, given that, which current WWE superstar would you like to ride along with?
ooh, definitely. If I had to pick 2, honestly, it would probably be Undertaker and it would be John Cena, because those were always my 2 favorites. And when I did watch wrestling all the time, those are who I always wanted to win. And when I did go to Wrestlemania, those were the 2 top guys at the time.
AJ Styles for me and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
For what reason?
You know what reason.
Yeah, for me would be definitely John Cena. I think he'd have a lot of interesting and good stories. He's done a lot, not just in wrestling. I mean,
all the Make-A-Wish.
he's done millions of talk shows, obviously tons of. He's the Make-A-Wish leader, right? I mean, he's the all-time Make-A-Wish guy. And then Charlotte Flair, obviously, would be the other one.
I like it. Which former WWE superstar would you like to spend a day on a road trip with?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair,
Ric Flair.
no doubt in my mind. I would. Yeah, if I could go back and hang out with him in the late 70s, early 80s and just go drink in a Marriott, yeah, that'd be it. That would be pretty awesome.
He'd be fun, and I think Dwayne would be fun as
Yeah.
well. I mean, obviously. This is a fun one. Jesse Ventura is thinking of running for president in 2020. Assuming he would be an independent candidate again, how crazy would it be to see Trump, the Republican, Dwayne Johnson, the Democrat, Jesse Ventura, independent, running for president of the U.S., all WWE Hall of Famers, which Dwayne is not technically yet, but probably in 2019. That's why I think they moved the Hall of Fame for a few reasons. They want to get NXT Friday so more people come because more people usually fly in for NXT on Saturday. So now they want to get people there on Friday for NXT to have them there for the Hall of Fame already. And it could also be, that's one thing, or it could be because Dwayne's schedule is so busy, if he is
Right.
getting in the Hall of Fame, that like, here, I can give you this Saturday, that's it. Because he's booked out probably for a year,
Yeah.
honestly. That's what I could see happening with that. But what do you think? How crazy would that be?
I think that would be peak America right now. That would be peak America 2020 right there. And the funny thing is, out of all of them, the guy who we know has the most political experience is Jesse Ventura, which is the insane part of that.
Yes,
But
it is.
For the way America's been going and the way everything's been happening, it would not surprise me one bit if that happened in 2020. And that's who I had to vote for between Jesse, The Rock, and Trump. That would be just
Dwayne.
interesting. Oh, easily.
Easily Dwayne. What do you think if that were to happen?
I don't know the couple, so I'm gonna go.
You don't know
with
who
The
Trump is?
Oh, I know who Trump. Okay, I know who Trump and The Rock is. I don't know who the Ventura dude is. So
Ace.
Jesse Ventura. Jesse the Body Ventura. He was a governor of Minnesota.
Well, either way, I'm gonna go with The Rock,
I
just
heard
because
pets
it's The
in
Rock,
there.
and he would make a badass president.
Yeah. I mean, he puts his heart and soul into everything he does, so I totally agree with you. So thank you from Jeremy for that. Next, we're going to watch the TLC match, and we're going to cover the whole pay-per-view, but we'll go into this right now. The Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian are in the TLC match we're going to watch here shortly. Rank those 3 tag teams from 3 to 1. So Brandon gave us...
Oh, God. He doesn't even count. We shouldn't even say it.
I'm going to, just for him. So
Just to embarrass him.
We asked him what his thoughts were. Number 3 for him, Edge and Christian.
No.
Well, he ranked it 1 to 3. He said...
He did, but then he said 2A and 2B.
Oh, I'm sorry. So no 3 for him. What's number 3 for you?
Give me all 3 of them again.
Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian.
I'm gonna go Hardys at 3.
Okay.
Now, how are we ranking these? To our preference or just best in general? Like,
Whatever you want.
preference-wise, the Hardys would be my 3rd.
Really?
Yep, preference-wise.
Who would be your pick, wise, for however you want to rank this?
Out of, like, skill,
Yeah.
the Dudleys would be 3.
Okay. I agree completely with both of those. Brandon's 2B, Edge and Christian. His 2A, Dudleys. Who's your number 2?
Let's go Christians, right?
Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian.
Yes.
And that's also my number 2. But
For-
skill-wise, it would be the Hardys. But personally, Edge and Christian are 2.
So, because I messed this up, we said skill-wise, Dudleys were 3.
Yep.
Hardys are 2. Preference would be Dudleys at 2 for me. Wait a minute. No, I said Dudleys were... Who the hell was...
Skill you did. So you said your Hardys were 3. So you're saying Dudleys are 2.
Right.
Preference-wise.
Preference, yes.
Yes.
Okay. 1, Brandon, was the Hardys.
Yes.
Oh, my 1?
Yeah.
The Dudleys, 'cause that's what I have left.
My number 1 is the Dudleys. Preference-wise, I've just always liked the Dudleys growing up. They're always my favorite, one of my favorite tag teams. Probably, maybe my favorite tag team, to be honest with you. I always loved the Dudleys. So, preference-wise, number 1. But skill-wise, Edge and Christian, number 1 all day. They were an amazing tag team. I absolutely loved watching Edge and Christian just as athletes. You know, they weren't always my favorite all the time, but as athletes, I thought they were fantastic.
Dudleys were my number 1 preference, but it changed as I got older to Edge and Christian as I went back and watched, because I don't think people appreciated them then. And then I look back and you remember when they have the kazoo or the big ass glasses, or even in the Brood. I had more respect for him then. And then Talon, obviously, when they split off, Edge obviously went where he did, and I don't know if he'd still be wrestling today, but probably would be if he didn't have that injury. So
I'm just
she
sorry.
came from Australia.
No, but I'm laughing at the guy sign in the background. It says gas to Houston, $50. Tickets to WrestleMania 17, $1,000. Lita in a thong, priceless. I thought that was hilarious. I love seeing these signs. But yeah, this lady is very annoying.
So as we talk about this, we're going to thank our sponsors before we find this match. And I'm going to tell everyone about next week's discussion and pay-per-view. We are going to be covering In Your House 10 Mind Games from September 22nd, 1996 in Philly. And we're going to watch the main event of Mankind versus Shawn Michaels. So thank you to Jeremy for that one. And then the following week, we're talking about WrestleMania 23, which is where the only event Jake has ever gone to.
Hold on. Let's back that up. The one before that you said of September of 96?
Yeah.
I was 2 months old. Just so that's clear. I was 2 months old.
Well, so you're
2
telling,
months and 2 days.
so you don't remember what happened. That's what you're saying.
I mean, clearly I remember it like it was yesterday.
You got your foot caught there, guy.
God damn it.
Jeez.
I'm caught in the cords. Damn it. Give me the Vince.
God damn it, pal! Stop catching the cords with your slippers, son of a bitch.
Oh, gosh. So thank you to the sponsors. Jake, can you name them again?
Yeah, let's go Brandon at Allwear, Tim and Stephanie at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, who's that Dodge? Ben Meyer at Charlie's Dodge, and
Say Crandall.
and Sean at Crandall's Quality Lawn Care.
And the OG, the main. Did you say that?
He said that
No, you
first.
said Allwear. Okay. Sorry.
And I'm going to cover our charity of choice again. We're going to talk about Leading Families Home, the combination of Beach House Family Shelter and Focus. Visit them, www.beachhousetoledo.org. Also, visit our Facebook page. We tag them in it for the event. And there's also a donate button. So be sure to check our page. All right, so to cover WrestleMania 17, we are now watching the TLC match. There is Edge and Christian. Do you remember them, Jake?
Yeah, I know who Edge is. I don't know who Christian is, but I am aware of who Edge is, and I do remember him.
Who came out first? The Dudleys? Who came out? Did you see who came out first?
No, the Hardys came out first.
No, did they? So the Dudleys are last. All right, so we can talk a little bit about why they're coming out, and we're going to watch the match. Let's talk a little bit about kind of the matches that took place, what had happened. Overall, this is considered one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. So on Sunday Night Heat, this wasn't on the card, but Just Incredible and X-Pac, so X Factor, with Albert beat Grandmaster Sexy and Steve Blackman.
Sexy.
Sorry.
Thank you.
In under a 3-minute match. There's the Dudleys with their entrance.
Calling it there, Jackie Moon.
Beautiful. Next, Regal and Chris Jericho fought for the Intercontinental title. Chris Jericho was the champ. He beat him with the Lion Salt.
Great match.
It was a great match. For only 7 minutes, it was a very good match.
Uh-huh.
Next, as we were watching this earlier, we said, who is that? That's Taz. Taz and the APA, so that was Bradshaw and Farouk, with Jacqueline, beat Right to Censor, so Bull Buchanan, the Good Father, Val Venus, and Stephen Richards. That was only a 4-minute match. wasn't anything special about it. And because Bradshaw got the clothesline from hell, I believe.
On the Good Father.
On the Good Father. Next, we had a hardcore championship match with two of the biggest mofos in there. Kane was jacked.
Yeah. So was Big Show. Big Show looked good too.
Huge. And
poor Raven.
They had the golf carts, which was great. And Raven got one stuck. I don't think he was supposed to because he tried to pull it out. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah.
And then Kane chased after him with the referee.
Yep. That was hilarious. In the golf cart, which was great.
In the golf cart. Kane ended up winning this to be the hardcore champ. The next match was for the European title with Eddie Guerrero had Perry Saturn in his corner, and Test was the champ. Eddie Guerrero ended up winning this in about 8.5 minutes.
Yep.
And Dean Malenko ended up being the factor, so that's when he had the Latino Heat song.
Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn were the factor.
Yes, and it ended up being pretty cool and pretty fun to watch, and that's where the Lia Cheetah Steel kind of all started here.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we had Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. Actually, a really good match.
Very good match. Yep.
And it was almost 15 minutes, and Benoit got gypped here.
Yep.
I believe.
Kurt tapped out to the crossface, and the ref didn't see it. Yep. And then Kurt ended up winning by a roll up, pulled the tights, cheated, which is great because it was a great match, and Kurt was the heel, so had to cheat and get there.
What are you thinking about this so far? Jake.
That ladder to the face had to hurt.
Oh, we need to show you Joey Mercury someday, how that happened.
Yeah, his nose exploded.
So how this kind of happened, Jake, this is actually the second one. Last week I said it was the first one. SummerSlam 2001 was actually the first one. Was it SummerSlam
Actually,
2001?
this is the third one, actually, because they had one at SummerSlam 2000 as well.
So SummerSlam 2000 was the first one. So this would be the second one, I believe.
No, it should be WrestleMania. I think this is the third one.
This is
the
WrestleMania.
trilogy. So, no, WrestleMania 2000. I'm pretty sure I thought I heard they had one there.
I don't know. Check stat guys. See how many TLC matches these guys had.
I think this is the third one.
I thought this was the second one. Oh God, I know Edge and Christian had they won the first two, but Kurt, yeah, like you said, what happened there? Ivory was the WWF Women's Champion and fought China, and she lost pretty quickly, 2.5 minutes. And China, what did you think about her look?
Yeah. So WrestleMania 2000 was the first TLC. Edge and Christian won.
Oh.
And then SummerSlam.
Wait a minute. That wasn't a TLC though.
Yes, it was. Tables, ladders, chairs for the WWF Tag Team Championship. Sure
Really?
was. Yep.
Huh.
And then, go ahead. Keep talking. I'll look up SummerSlam. Oops, sorry, that was SummerSlam. My apologies. I don't know why.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I typed in the wrong thing. I'm stupid.
Yeah, we know. That's okay.
Keep talking.
No, I was asking you what you thought of China's look.
I thought she looked great.
Right.
Like, really good. She looked womany.
Right.
It was scary.
Smiled
And she wasn't like all like gross cut up. She had a little bit, and I don't want to say weight because that's
still
not
had,
true.
like,
She
4-pack.
looked good, but yeah, she didn't look like she was just disgustingly cut up. She looked really good, smile on her face. Her hair was all curly and shit, and had some makeup on, so it was definitely a different look for China. And she destroyed Ivory.
So, yeah, what you were talking about with WrestleMania 2000, by the way, it was a triangle ladder match. It was only ladders.
Yeah, on ladders.
So that kind of led to
TLC, yeah, because
Edge and Christian used chairs and the Dudleys used tables, and then SummerSlam was it 2001 or 2000?
2001.
Was the first time that it had, no, it was
2000.
2000.
Sorry, 2000.
Yeah, and then 2000. This is the second one. What do you think of this, Jake? Off the ladder, 16-foot ladder.
Yeah, that I would not want to be on the receiving end of that one because that one looked like it was very, very, very hurtful. So what did you say, 12-foot ladders?
Yeah,
Those are just the 12-foot
No, those are just
ladders.
10-foot ladders.
10 foot.
Still 10-foot, 200-plus pound man coming down on you.
Giving the old wise eye from across the way when the Budweiser commercials were great. I love that. The Dudleys were fantastic at that. Devon from across the ring, too, right into the old anus.
Genitalias.
Right into the old poop chute. Testify. Uh-oh.
Testify,
What time is
bro.
it, Gary?
3D. Get the tables.
Thank you. Devon! What?
Get the tables. There he goes.
Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of tables already set up, doesn't that? Oh, so he goes for... Oh, nothing under the ring. Okay, yeah, just grab the one that's already set up there, Devon.
He's like, I gotta break this shit down.
Put it back. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Awesome.
Table's already coming into the ring.
So next we had a street fight, which this was, so the Monday Night Raw before this, Shane bought, quote unquote, bought WCW from under Vince because Vince said he owned it. And then, so Shane fought Vince, and Vince had Stephanie McMahon and Trish in his corner, and they wheeled out a quote unquote comatose Linda McMahon, who they put in the ring, who have ended up rising up and smacking the shit out
And
of
then
Vince.
Bubba just power bombs Jeff Hardy through Edge, through a table. That looked like it frickin' hurt. Jeff Hardy in this match just takes the brunt of everything, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And
Always does. Throw the
Just
chairs.
screw the chairs. Throw the ladders. He doesn't need them. Bubba Ray just wants the tables. That's all he wants.
Yep. And so Shane won this match against Mr. McMahon.
Yep.
What did you think of that match?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I mean, it was a good father-son hatred match. I think the storyline was great. That was when Shane bought WCW, and he was, cheating on Linda with Trish. That sort of thing.
And
but
Trish
in
was
storyline, amazing. Yeah.
Trish.
So yeah, of course, then when Linda comes out of her comatose thing, kicks Vince right in the nuts, and then Mick Foley comes back and attacks him, and ends up putting What does he do? Oh, he puts the trash. That's when I think that's the first time Shane does the coast to coast, isn't it? Puts the trash can in Vince's face, gives the coast to coast, and then ends up winning the match. I thought that was a good one.
Yep. And then there was a gimmick battle royal. Iron Sheik won.
Yeah.
By last beating Hillbilly Jim.
And Brother Love was fourth in that top
Yeah.
4, final 4.
20-minute match. Taker and Triple H. How awesome was that match? That was their first of 3.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match. I thought it was amazing. They fought all over. A couple of times when you thought that Triple H had him, when he was putting him up for the last ride, hit him with the sledgehammer. Thought that was going to be it.
So we've got Devon climbing a ladder against Jeff. You've got Edge climbing the ladder against Bubba Ray. Christian's on the same side as Bubba Ray. Matt's on the same side as Christian. They're all is that Edge or Christian? I can't tell from here.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
So
There goes
Edge and
Matt
Hardy.
Oh.
Christian and Matt Hardy.
Christian and Matt Hardy just went over the rope.
And then
Jeff and Devon hit the rope off the ladder. Now Christian they push
Bubba
each other
and Edge,
off.
yeah, pushes them right off. So now they're all down. Everyone's down. Table's still in the corner. All 3 people down. 2 ladders leaning. 1 ladder still sitting in the middle right now.
So let's cover this last match. Stone Cold and The Rock. No DQ for WWF title. Rock was the champ.
This was Austin turning heel, finally-ish, with Vince helping him win. But the crowd still rooting for Austin, even though he was turning heel and Vince was helping him because the crowd absolutely hated Vince. I thought it was a great match. The Rock giving Stone Cold the stunner, Stone Cold giving the Rock bottom. It was amazing. These two had just fantastic chemistry. I love any time Stone Cold and The Rock fought each other. It was fantastic. They were great rivals, great opponents for each other, and I thought the match was wonderful also. Stone Cold, like I said, ended up winning after destroying him with chair shot after kicking out of multiple stunners and rock bottoms, and Vince helping as well.
Here comes Spike Dudley.
Spike coming in.
What?
Spike Dudley, he's a Dudley boy.
The Dudley dog right off the ladder. Look at that. Now, Christian next, or is Spike going to get thrown to the table? Right through the table.
Right through the table he puts Christian on a ladder.
And
that
then
had
Spike
to hurt.
falls right to the ground too. I couldn't have felt
Into a
any
ladder
better either.
That didn't feel good.
No.
Yeah, that's Stone Cold 30-minute match. Amazing match, and
The crowd was just on fire for
wasn't
that
it the
match
following
too.
WrestleMania they fought again?
No, it was 19. They didn't fight at 18. 19
18 was Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 was the
When
final.
Stone Cold
And now
put over-
Rhino's in.
Yep, and then Stone Cold put over Rock at that one because you
Yeah.
see Rock at the end thanking him.
Yeah, that's when he pushes away Earl Hebner when he's talking to him.
Yep.
Yeah. Rhino just coming in and demolishing people. Look at
Gore.
I mean, Rhino's thighs were always disgustingly thick, but Matt Hardy through the table. That looked like it hurt the head too. Concussion written all over that. But look at how thick his thighs are. Isn't that kind of gross?
It's disgusting.
I wish my thighs were that thick though. I have to do more squats.
He's trying to
Stop skipping leg day.
Sheesh. Stop skipping the whole gym day. That's the first thing. Look at his head snap back on it. That's definitely a concussion.
We got Edge.
And here comes Jugs McGee.
with the thong out. Have you
Isn't
seen
this-
this, Jake?
I have not. Oh my gosh.
Isn't this funny how too she's beating up her future to be boyfriend here soon?
Yeah. Because
This looks like it hurts too. And Spike with the low blow to Rhino as Lita was up.
Oh gosh.
Lita
You'll
going
love
up
this.
top. The Hurricane Rhino.
Jesus.
Rhino right into
With her
Spike.
thong.
Yes, and Edge reaching for the belt, going for it.
Spike.
Oh, with that chair shot right to his
Rhino.
dome and Edge.
Right on
Edge
the
right
elbow.
under the rope.
Oh, dong to the rope on that one. That did not feel
That
good.
dong, the dong, dong, dong.
He was giving that to Lita here in a couple of years after this.
Do they wear cups?
No, I don't think so.
Some probably do.
I
but
mean, with this match, with the amount of stuff I'm
Here you
seeing
go.
in that area.
you'll like this. Boom!
Oh my.
The Dudley Doomsday device.
Lita coming in. She was just
Uh-oh.
sexy.
Oh,
Dude.
That was a
and
hard
she
chair
takes her
shot.
shirt off, and now she's. Yep, you're gonna get the 3D Lita. Turn around. Good night. Oh,
She could sell so much stuff. She was so good at this.
it's a good thing she had big fake breasts there, so she could pad her landing.
Edge with the chair. Oh, yeah, I remember the concerto.
Bubba Ray sells so great with that. Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Uh-oh, now is he going to go grab the big ladder?
Give me the big one,
Yep,
man.
that's what
16-footer.
Edge calling for the large ladder.
This thing is humongous, Jake.
Look at it. It's taller than the ladder in the ring. Standing in the ring. It's like a 20-footer.
That thing how is that and it falling over?
Yeah, almost hitting
Taking
the
out
people.
crowd.
You see Lita's shirt on the bottom of it.
I mean, picture that. It's like 2.5 of me.
Wait for this.
This ladder is huge.
Yeah, it's as tall as.
No. Jeff's gonna do a swanton off this.
Yeah, this is
Onto Rhino and Spike.
insane. Jeff is nuts. I don't know how he's not in a wheelchair. While he's doing all this, Edge is setting this up in the ring too, by the
He
way.
gets hit with a chair from Matt. Here you go. Watch this swanton.
Got to go one more rung up, right to the top.
16 feet. Wow, boom.
Right on both of them. Great iconic shot they always show.
And then Spike's.
He's like, shit,
I broke my nose. Am I bleeding?
He's definitely feeling for some blood there.
The other table didn't even break because Jeff missed it.
Yeah, he went pretty much all Spike. Oh, yeah,
Crushed Spike.
He took the blunt of that.
Poor Spike. Look at this. Boom. Oh, God. There you go. Now the 16-footer is in the ring with 3 10-footers. Jeez.
And they're setting it up
I
right in
forgot
the middle
about
of
this.
the 310s, yeah.
You know who was fun to watch in these type of ladder matches? Shelton Benjamin. That guy was insane on ladders.
Showing the Hardy replay swanton again. Oof.
We need to watch one of those sometime with Shelton and a ladder. This dude was
First
nuts.
Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Well, we'll get that for WrestleMania 23. They got Money in the Bank.
Do they?
Yep.
Was Shelton in that one?
Oh, absolutely. Sheldon was in the first one. I think it was WrestleMania 21.
Nice.
Oh.
So we've got Devon and Christian going for the belts.
And Matt Hardy's going to move the large ladder, so now they're hanging
Oh,
from the rung.
watch this, dude.
Oh, this is where Jeff almost dies. This is so
dude,
scary.
This is nuts.
Really?
Jeff is crazy.
And Devon's about to get kicked off.
See, notice how they're hanging by the belt. No, they're hanging by the damn.
Oh, that's a far fall, man.
Like 25-foot fall.
And Christian.
Well,
trying to hold
that's a
on.
10-foot ladder, so that's
and he
8
falls.
feet. This is nuts. This is with Edge and Jeff, right? Am I right here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Jeff misses the first spot because he about falls right here. Loses his balance, but then holds on because he's insane. All right, so let's put the other. And this is where it's bad because he was supposed to walk across those 3 ladders and get the rung, but miss. So now you got to think this ladder's down here, so Edge is waiting for him. So he's got to get up there, hold this rung as he's climbing up injured. The ref's trying to move the ladder because he knows what's coming. Jeff's trying to grab onto the belt, but no, he grabs the rung instead. And he's like, oh shit.
Here's what's
Trying to
one
get
of
the ladder, and then I think Devon Bubba Ray moves the ladder out of the way, and he almost takes him with it
Uh-oh.
because he knows what's coming.
Uh-oh.
Edge from the big, large 16-foot ladder. Jeff's feet still stuck. Oh,
my.
spear from the top. Jeff's dead.
How did he not die right there?
Well,
And look at everyone is standing. Everybody is standing in the crowd right now.
he sold the fall. You know, he had to. Well, it hurt.
I
for one.
don't think he sold it. I think that's real.
No, it is real, but I mean, he was able. He broke his fall. If you watched him, he knew what he was doing. Obviously, he's a professional, but he would have died had it not been for Devon moving that. Here you go. Here's
Bubba.
Bubba. Thank you.
Well, and his foot was stuck in it. He had to. Oh.
Still
Yeah.
hurts like a mo.
He holds the back of his head, if you watch, just so he doesn't concuss himself. So now then Bubba Ray hits Matt Hardy as they're on the large ladder. And here goes
Rhino pushes
Rhino
him
right
through
through the
the
tables they
tables.
set up earlier. 4 of them. Now they're out. That was an insane spot, too.
Okay, now they should be dead.
That's a big fall right there from outside the ring, and that was probably like what 5-6 feet away from the ring, maybe
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
They go through the table, so now Matt Hardy and Bubba are both out. Jeff, so the Hardys are
Figure
done.
you're on they were on a 16-foot ladder, right? And they were, what would you say? The ring's like 3.5 feet up, 4 feet up.
Yeah, and they're in the middle
So
of the
they're
ring,
20 feet up. How fast you're coming down? Boom! Look how fast that is.
right through the tables,
That is just nuts.
onto the floor, onto the hard concrete floor. You know,
Oh
We
god.
should reenact that.
they nailed
Oh
that.
yeah. Let's reenact it. Let's do it at the event later tonight. I'm down.
And now, Devon trying to grab the belts for both of them, and Edge is holding them down while Rhino
And Rhino's
moves up Christian
climbing
to
up for
grab the
Christian.
belts. Yes. And it was a great ending. I mean, the match was amazing. Just a spectacular match. So many high spots. Definitely the best TLC match ever. One of the best matches ever in general.
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. You watch these guys; they were crazy. Edge, later on, not soon after this, gets to his solo career going.
Oh shit, he's bleeding like a mofo.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Him?
No, the one that fell on the table.
Hardy or Bubba Ray?
Hardy, maybe?
Matt Hardy?
The one with the red hair.
No, he's talking about through the tables outside. Was it the fat one or the one with long hair?
Long hair.
Yeah, so Matt Hardy.
So he's what? He's bleeding like a stuck pig?
Oh, all over his face. You didn't see that?
Uh-uh. You can see they are not feeling good.
No.
Christian, you notice that though? Christian and Edge Christian and Edge did not really have to take many bumps in this.
Well, Christian went through the table with the Dudley dog.
Yeah, and then Edge did the spear, which doesn't feel good even when you're giving the spear.
Edge had to do one of the high spots. I mean, he got hit with a chair too, I think.
Who'd lead a hit with the chair in the face? Oh, Spike.
Spike, yeah.
About killed him.
God, she destroyed him with that chair shot.
Oh, gosh. Bubba Ray. Edge is about to pass out. That's probably legit. Christian's down with the ref.
Yeah, see, it's probably easy when you have to sell, quote unquote, but you are so beat up that it's probably pretty easy to sell that.
Hey, look, in XFL football, training camp for XFL, they had it Wrestlemania Access.
Because this is 2001, so they're about ready to kick off. Or wait, they already did kick off in 2001, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they would already have this.
Yep, so Access was, I've been to Wrestlemania Access. You saw the autograph I had back there, Alexa Bliss. And that's before she was big. Oh, Trish. Who's that? Do you know who that is, Jake?
No.
Mick Foley, Mankind? Mick Foley, Cactus Jack? Yeah, whatever, Jake. All right, so thank you all for listening. Thanks to our sponsors, PNC, Verizon, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, Charlie's Dodge, and, of course, All Wear Clothing. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Adios.
Muchachos.